Scar! Brother! Long live the king! Brother, no!
I can always crank it up in post.
No, I mean I might start shouting halfway through the podcast. My sweat balls. On that note,
Welcome to the Entertaining Stupid Podcast.
Why did we just do that? We gave Jayson so much stuff to work with.
Yeah.
that's our intro right there.
My name is Buddy Jayson, and my amigos with me today are
Sylvan.
And Rheal.
So, well, Maddie was supposed to be here, but he's off getting a
He
puppy.
got a puppy. He sent me a Snapchat. It is really
What?
cute, though. Yeah.
I mean, do you have Snapchat?
No,
But I would have liked, like,
you should have texted us technologically illiterate fools.
But fool. You're the only one who doesn't have it.
Singular fools.
Fools in the singular tense.
Do you
Huh.
get? Yeah.
No, I was thinking you can plural a single verb, but can you singular a plural verb?
Can you
What's a
verb
plural
the adjective
verb?
noun?
No, I meant noun.
What's
Or
a plural? What's a plural noun without
People.
person?
Okay, wait. Cars. Car. Yes.
There's always a single.
If it's plural, there is
there
always
a single one that's always plural. I feel like there's a word that is.
Moose.
I mean,
No. Yeah.
Like,
Okay, but that's just. Yeah.
that's it. It
It's
is
the
both
same-
the single and the plural.
I'm trying to think. I thought there was a thing in English where it's only ever referred to as the multiple. Rice. No, anyways. Continuing on.
are you good?
No, but please continue.
My brain hurts.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good way to kick things off. So I was having coffee a little while ago, and something strange happened. I was being nosy as fuck and listening to the two ladies speak at the table across
you
the
rebel, you.
room from me, and I guess one of them was pregnant or something because they're talking baby names and shit like that, and just the sheer stupidity of the names that they were bouncing back and forth because they wanted it to be unique was
Let me guess. They were white women.
yeah.
Yeah, of course they were.
Yeah.
Was the name Sylvan?
My mom's white, so probably.
See, yeah, like I wanted,
Ooh.
I don't know, like Rheal's, would you say it's fairly unique French name?
Yeah. I think that I haven't met personally, but there's been a couple people that I know through other people that have known a Rheal. But it's still the annoying factor of every time you talk on this phone,
Yeah,
you have
it's
to spell it out.
Yeah.
Because like I've met girls named Rheal, but it's Rayelle.
What? Is that the more normal way? Am I the fuck up?
Don't think so. I think
That sounds weird
your
to me.
name is more, just like more common French name.
Well, if I knew the French culture, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I can understand.
Your middle name is far more.
Oh yeah, Lucien.
Yeah, Lucien's a far more common name.
That's legit.
Yeah, and then you got Sylvan here.
Sylvain, it's a very common French name.
Yeah. There's
It is really common.
a Canadian wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Same full name.
Mm-hmm. Because I have the exact same physicality as him,
Yeah.
obviously.
One half of the Quebecers.
But no, like Sylvain is a very common French name, and even I think Rheal is less common, I guess, but it's still
Still like one of those
Yeah.
names you might hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm just Jayson with a Y.
Okay, so you were saying you think yours is uncommon.
I don't think Jayson.
With a Y.
I don't
To me,
think what a Y is.
with the Y, the way sort of my experience is very anecdotal because it's just primarily of what I've seen, right? Jayson without the Y is primarily like white people, and then Jayson with the Y, I tend to find are primarily Asian people.
Because like the two guys I met at work that were named Jayson, they just went by J, and they were both spelled with a Y, like J-A-Y.
Oh, okay.
So if they spell it without the Y, you can't be called J then.
Then you'd be
It's
just
legally
J-A.
not allowed.
Then be
It'd be
Ya.
Ja.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, what would that be? German or
Yeah.
no?
Jawohl.
Jawohl?
Jawohl. German, whatever.
Okay, well, these ladies at the coffee shops were going through some very, very strange names, and the one that really stuck with me was they spelt the name, or they were talking about the name Caitlin, but they spelt it. How did they spell it? Kviillyn.
God. What?
Because Roman numerals VII is 8. So it'd be
KVIII
LY. No, or T. No, there's no one be a T because there's already a T in 8.
8 and then LYN.
Yeah.
So you could pronounce it Kviillyn. Kviillyn. What would that be culture-wise? Kviillyn?
An atrocity.
No, Kviillyn. Get over here.
I think that's just.
We can make it new.
Yeah, but like,
I think that's the problem, is people trying to make it new.
We could build some new culture off of this.
or like the, yeah.
Anyways, but you know that if someone read that, they'd silence the K and be like Villain. Now you're known as Villain.
Actually, take the K out completely. Like, Villain is a way better name than.
That's a terrible name. Still.
It's better than Caitlin spelt with Roman numerals.
Holy shit.
I mean, just like I can understand trying to choose like a unique name, but like these spellings are just getting fucking like ridiculous. I know a teacher who's like, yeah, there's like 4 Jacksons in my class, but all of them are spelt differently.
So ACK.
AX.
Ew. X's don't belong anywhere in a name.
I think that's a fairly common way to spell Jackson.
No. With an X? Really? Wow.
Nowadays it is, yeah.
That's stupid. Think of Alex.
There you go.
I thought of it before I finished my sentence. Never mind.
Think of a second name that has an X.
Well, like a lot of people who spell it
Vixen.
Jackson with an X just go by Jax. Jax is a fairly common nickname.
That's a pretty cool nickname too. Shit, that kid would be so cool.
It's cooler than me. I'm named Sylvan.
Yeah, but you're Sil. That's kind of cool.
But like, maybe I was just not cool. That was why.
That's where the problem started. Give me another name with an X. Yaks.
Yeah.
That was me thinking out loud.
Xander.
Whoa, with an X at the start?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Xander King.
Is that a real name? Oh.
Xavier.
Xavier?
Those aren't real names, though. Those
Xavier's
are
a real name.
fictionals.
It's a British name.
They were
Really?
yeah, dude. There are people who name their kids Khaleesi.
Well, okay, there's stupid
Fiction becomes a reality.
We are talking about stupid people. I get it, but really, someone names like, damn.
Yeah, and I just remember reading it like throughout the last couple of years, just all the stupid names that people have named their kids. Like, what was it? There was the one lady got really pissed off because the airplane staff were making fun of it or something like that. Abcd, ABCDE.
Oh yeah, that one.
Actually, I will say I kind of like that. That sounds fun.
Spell it like a normal person,
How would you spell that one?
not ABCDE.
Well, now you're just being difficult.
Yeah,
ABSIDEE.
yeah. Like
I
you
mean,
can
that
that way
sounds
you
terrible.
can phonetically sound out the name.
Absidy.
If you spell
ABCITY. It's Absidy, baby. You'd have to be a workout professional.
just a fat kid.
We doomed him to failure.
We gave him everything he needed to succeed, but he failed.
Turns out all he did was just work out legs.
He's
Oh
just
shit.
shredded on his legs.
Thigh man. Nope. Wait, the Thyman. THYMEN?
Yeah, I
Isn't
mean,
that a body part?
Yes, it's the.
I don't fucking know.
As I point my finger to various places.
It's like somewhere in this general area.
I think it's internal. But anyways, getting back on topic. I'll say the Absidy honestly is kind of funny to me, and I'd give that a pass. And I'd also give pass to Northwest because that's hilarious.
Well, like, yeah, okay, so it's hilarious, but that kid is gonna grow up.
And it's gonna suck.
And it's gonna suck. That's what like all these parents don't think about. Like, yeah, okay, it's a cool, unique name for your kid. That kid is going to become an adult, and that is not a name that anyone is gonna respect.
Have you ever met any Absidies?
No, because that was a thing
No,
from
no,
like
no,
2 years ago.
No, not the ABCD, but whatever proper spelling there is.
No,
Because I'm thinking like an adult named Absidy. Doesn't sound like a bad name. to
No,
me.
but the spelling
Yeah,
is
the spelling.
is the problem.
It's one of those. Spell it for me. Guess.
Yeah.
There was
Q.
another example from one of my teacher friends is they had a kid in their class was it's spelt pajamas, but
What?
they pronounced it pahame.
What?
Were
they white?
I know they're reading it. she was taking roll call and she goes, pajamas? Actually, it's pronounced pahame. And then it's like,
You are in for a very bad school
Oh
career.
my god. Go get pajamas over here
can you imagine that? Like
in the workplace.
in the workplace, in like a presentation to your fucking board of directors. Up next, we have pajamas.
Everybody would just call him PJs.
He gets the best
He
nickname.
gets the best nickname.
Oh my god. And also when it's pajama day at school, that is his day. What the fuck? Okay, if it's pajamas, you gotta throw some extra H's and like a PH and maybe
Where would you put a PH? Farmers.
and a Y in there. Maybe an N after the M. Like just get real weird with it. Yeah, that's pretty bad. No, the one I'd heard from someone else, I can't remember who told me this one. It was, I'd have to spell out the alphabet in my head. And
NOPQRS.
fuck you. H-I-J-K. So the name was JKMN. So it's missing the L, and her name was supposed to be Noel. Because it's not reading the name, it's inferring. It's a detective novel in a name. Yeah. Think about it.
Names with riddles in them are just fucked up.
That's pretty sick. People have to read. Then you know who's smart when you meet them.
Or you just name them Noel like a normal person would.
I would take a look at that and be like, so does your parents hate vowels?
Yeah.
Do your parents just not like you?
Okay, JKM. It'd be Jackman. Your name is
Hugh Jackman.
You're Jackman without vowels.
And it's a girl because it's Noel.
This is a gender non-conforming Jayson. It's living in the future, man. Seriously, you'd read that one and be like, Jigman.
I would just be like, how do you pronounce this?
They're just going through like the names of the students or something like that. You just hear a long pause and you know it's your name because just of how fucked up it is.
Like it would
Help me.
It would
Help
get to,
me
it would get
here.
to the point where it's like it's pronounced Noel, and I'd be like, no, it's not. It's not.
No, I'm gonna call you whatever the fuck I want at this point.
Let me sound it out phonetically for you. This is your name.
Let me type it into text to text
This
speech.
is what Stephen Hawking calls you.
You and Absidy get in the corner. We got half an alphabet going. Jeez.
If we combine your names, at least we'll have something with vowels.
Start mixing matching them. Try to spell out a real name.
Speak and spell.
Oh man, it's just like celebrities trying to do that, like fucking Elon Musk, whatever the fuck he named his kid.
Oh, didn't he try and do some like letters and numbers and?
I heard about it, but I
It was like that weird like Nordic like AE symbol. He had part of a plane's name or something like that in there, like SR2 or something like that. It's fucked
But
up.
why?
I don't know.
Because Elon Musk is
Well, I mean, yeah, but he's
a
Elon
retarded
Musk.
rich child
Let me. I gotta look
who's
this
just
up.
living every dream he possibly can.
He sold flamethrowers.
Because he could.
Yeah,
Honestly-
he can call his kid whatever the fuck he wants. He sells flamethrowers.
It's honestly like every childish idea that pops into his head. He goes, I want to dig really sick tunnels. He starts a boring company. He goes, I want cars to drive themselves. Tesla. I want to go to the moon. I want to go to Mars. Build rockets. It's just like, damn. This is a child who is given the money to fulfill his dreams.
Exactly. When you have that much money, you can pay people who are like.
So his kid's name is
Oh.
XAE.
A12.
It's a baby, not a robot.
It took 12 versions of you, but we've created the final product.
You far surpass your weaker brethren.
Actually, I was going to say, our names allowed to have spaces in them, but then there's like hyphenated names or like,
Well, usually hyphenated names are two names.
yeah. So Is Mary Sue? Could that be a first name or is that like two names?
I don't even know.
If that's real.
Well, no, it was real, but it became like being known as a Mary Sue isn't exactly a good thing, so I think it died out.
But if you name your kid Mary Sue, they could be the perfect human.
Or not.
Or not. Or they could fail like Abson.
Can you imagine like filling out like bubble sheets for like Absidy to just be like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Crushing
or like
it.
like how the fuck does Elon Musk's kid do those standardized tests?
Excuse me, there's no numbers in your name system.
There's no numbers. There's no that AE symbol.
Well, I was gonna say having symbols in your name. Mine technically has a symbol in it. It's the E with accent aigu,
Yeah.
which is normal in French, but I gave up on it a long time ago.
Yeah. Because you have to, like, for English keyboards, it's like you have to hit Alt. I think it's like 135 or something on the number pad.
Gross.
Yeah.
And then
I
people
used to have to put those in elementary school. You needed to have those
oh, to spell the word
to spell the
properly.
word properly,
Oh,
or else
yeah.
you'd get marked wrong.
You
So
didn't spell it right.
It's like, I'm trying, man.
It's an E, but a different sounding E. Because it makes sense. Like in some languages, every vowel always sounds the same, no matter circumstance. But English is fucked up because they change based on words.
Yeah, like two words spelled the exact same way, depending on the context, will change how the word's pronounced.
Read and read.
Yep, that's right.
Lead and lead.
Yeah. Man, English is fucked. Which gives us so many creative names out of it.
Like, what I don't understand about, like, those quote-unquote creative names is they take a normal name, but then they just extend it with, like, 10 different, like a bunch more letters. So, like, take the name Ashley. Normally a really normal-sounding name, completely easy to do, except when you add a GHEI into it, it becomes ASH, or no, LEIGH.
Oh, like nay.
Like nay, Ashley.
Ashley.
Or
did Ash-
Megan with EI. MEIGHAN.
Or the HGAN.
Throw some silent J's in there.
Mexican.
Welcome to my Mexican.
Like I understand, like, you want your kid to, like, be unique, but your kid is unique. Your kid is not someone else just because they share a name.
Just put a tattoo on him.
Yeah, just face tattoo. Fuck
Face
it, why
tattoo
not?
from birth.
You know, just a big number 1. You're number 2. You're number 3.
He was number 1.
Don't even give them names. Just call them the child.
I mean, wasn't
Don't get attached.
that part of the reason why you have like middle names too and stuff like that?
To distinguish between. Was that a distinguishing thing, or was that because you had to pass on shit from past names? Where it's like I had to be
Yeah, I think it used to be like the firstborn got the
dad's
patriarchal
name.
side,
Oh,
like the dad's name.
yeah.
And then, like I say, the older, like whatever it was, like guy or girl,
Yeah.
got the whatever that gender was. And then,
Would it be? It'd be grandparents or parents?
I don't know.
I know some of them. It's always like the dad's name. Like I think that's Stefan was saying with Greece, because it's like there's always a
Like,
what's a name?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. his
Anyways,
name.
but yeah, it's just like every family has a whatever.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah, and then
name.
you go
Well, I
down
guess-
to like the Hispanics who have like 12 middle names.
Really?
They get super long.
Well, like even like my dad's family is like super Catholic, so they have their first name, their middle name, their religious middle name, and then their last name. So my dad has Joseph is his religious middle name, so he has 4 names.
Okay.
So
2 middle names.
2 middle names.
Do they get that at baptism or?
I never bothered to ask.
At some point. So many different traditions that you wonder if they keep up. Like the Spanish one, I'm assuming it's
Probably like a generational
like
thing.
there's the family name, the grandparents' name, the religious name, the Christmas name, the
Actually, yeah, because like a lot of like Spanish descendants have, like, for girls it's Maria is the middle name because the Virgin Mary.
right.
So just there's a lot of like religious names that get added in.
Sweet, mine's a combo.
What?
It's French for Luke. So crushing it.
Nice. You succeeded at something.
now, I mean, at some point, what can't you name your kid? Obscenities? Like, can you name your kid fuck, but spell it PH?
No, because there's some sort of regulation.
What if I spelled it? What if I spelled it PHUQ?
If it can get around a Blizzard filter, then you can legally do it. Fook. How's the French?
French for seal. PHOQUE.
Okay, so if you do that, maybe you could sneak by on a technicality. But then your name is Folk. To us English people.
Even the French people is pretty close to that.
Folk you, man.
Just speak with a Canadian accent.
Okay, I'm trying to... Honestly, I don't know, but you'd feel like there'd be some sort of either a regulation board or just like maybe the local mayor, or there's somebody who looks at it and goes, no, you're naming your kid something stupid, try again. I don't know if anyone can stop you.
I don't think so.
Like, you can just name him like I can have a kid and just name him Avocado.
That's honestly not the worst you could do. What if you name him just QQQ?
QQ easy.
GG, well played.
GG well played.
GGW.
LOL easy.
Oh my god, this kid's gonna be a gamer.
How do you feel about like people who name their kids after like certain cultural events that happen, like the Khaleesi's, the Dovahkiin?
This is my son, the War of 1812.
This is my son, the Alamo. I forgot him.
We left him in Niagara Falls one time.
I just imagine driving down the road from Niagara Falls. We forgot the Alamo.
No. Dude, rule number 1. Okay, but you're talking like based on TV shows that are popular.
Yeah.
Now, those are referencing like old stuff though, right? Or like Khaleesi, is that a fantasy made name or is that repping back in way time?
I think it was
Repping whack.
I don't actually know for sure, but I think it might have just been from George R. R. Martin's brain.
What about Pirates of the Caribbean? Didn't they name her Khaleesi? She was the something of the sea.
I have no clue. I didn't.
Jayson, look it up.
Can
Can we internet? Okay, do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Khaleesi. Yeah, she's something about the sea. She's like a god of the sea or something.
You're talking the
destroys
third
shit.
one?
Yeah, where they get married on the boat.
I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I'm gonna go with that's the name. So that could be a reference to a
It might be.
thing.
But the reason it was brought back was because of that. That's not, people aren't referring to like whatever it was in the past. They're referring to what they heard it of recently.
So that'd be like a changing of culture type thing, like changing of a meaning.
Her name was Calypso.
Damn it! Yeah, that was close. That's a cool name, Calypso.
Calypso's, I think, Greek.
Fucking name your kid that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, he was the bad guy at Twisted Metal, the video game for PlayStation 1.
And don't look it up when you spell it. Just freehanded.
Just fucking wing it.
Some silent J's in there.
Can you just name like your kid like a symbol?
Prince.
I was about to say the same thing.
Because
he wasn't born as a symbol. He became a symbol.
No one's born cool except for. He was allowed to do it, wasn't he?
He legally changed his name to a symbol.
Yeah. And
as an adult.
Courts couldn't stop him.
I don't think so.
So he did it.
I don't think courts care. Like, if you want to go by a symbol, that's your thing, man.
It was like some dancing thing.
Granted, he was already famous, so everybody knew that, hey, that's Prince. He turned himself into a symbol.
Yeah.
Not
like,
here's
the child.
If I turned myself into the Batman symbol, people would be like, the fuck are you doing?
How would people refer to you?
Dumbass.
Fair point. Okay, what other stupid... What emojis? I'm sure that's going to happen.
Oh, like the shrugging?
Fuck yeah.
The shrugging one?
Oh. You'd get good at drawing emojis on paper.
How the fuck do you fill that in on a bubble sheet?
You don't.
Bubble sheets of the future are going to have a lot of extra spaces in it.
There's like the first half of the test is just the bubble sheet to fill your name out.
Or they just give you a blank space and go say for other. Emojis, pictures.
Can they just be like memes now?
Your child's name is your Instagram handle.
It's free real estate.
It's an advertisement. Then name my child Red Bull.
I think that is a copyright.
No, well, no,
But-
because there was a comedian. Or I mean, he changed his name, but he changed his name to Hugo Boss because Hugo Boss was throwing around, I think like cease and desist letters to like smaller companies for using the word boss or something. So he legally changed his name to Hugo Boss. His Twitter page and everything like that was Hugo Boss. So like he would make out tweets like this Hugo Boss, I think, what is it? Didn't make clothes for the Nazis or something like that.
Jeez. No, but again, so yeah, copyright I think is based on anything in the similar industry. So no clothing company could do Hugo Boss or whatever other products they might make, but like a person is completely disassociated from the industry, or like a car.
I could be Subway
You could be.
and then just walk around and tell people to eat fresh.
Tell them to look at your footlong. The jokes right.
It's always shorter than you think it is.
You want to check my sub of the day?
I got
Just as disappointing, but you're gonna eat it anyway.
I got some secret sub sauce for you.
Baby, I'm cheap and fast.
No meat, just loaded up with extras.
Would a brand ever pay someone, like for after the fact, like they did the naming first, and then they like sponsored the child?
I don't know. It depends, because didn't a guy like offer up like to tattoo his body with like company logos and stuff if they paid him?
I feel like I've heard that before.
So
I don't know what happened with that.
Well, I mean, where is this tattoo located? Is it a face tattoo? Like,
I have
is
no
it in
idea.
the middle of my forehead?
Maybe the pricing depends, you know. $200 on the butt, $500 on the chest.
You're like sounds like an escort there.
It's billboard.
gross.
Gross.
Would you do that? Would you, if someone offered you, say, like $1 million to tattoo the McDonald's logo onto your forehead, would you take it?
Can I get it removed immediately after?
No, you have to keep it for life.
Then no.
No?
No.
I'm tempted.
Tempted
I'm real tempted.
face tattoo.
Like right there.
Yeah, sure.
Can I cover it at least with another tattoo?
See, pussies would or like grow their hair out to cover it. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go full out and trim the hair and make sure it's fully visible. Shine it up a little bit every time I go out.
Wear a hat with like a special window in it.
Oh shit. Honestly, I might do it. As stupid as it sounds, $1 million is nice to have.
What if it was something like instead of a McDonald's, like a Pornhub?
That might make it better, honestly, because then people are like, "It's a joke," and you're an idiot.
It's a temporary tattoo, right?
No.
Right?
No. Until Pornhub goes down, someone retakes the name and starts a charity.
A charity called Pornhub. It sounds like something Pornhub would do.
Probably do more charity than most charities.
Well, yeah, because like
Didn't they plant trees or
they
something?
planted trees, they plowed the snow.
They planted.
No, yeah, they hooked a bunch of plows onto a bunch of trucks with the logo on it. They were offering like actual sex education.
Huh.
Yeah, Pornhub's
Wow.
a good.
They honestly do good stuff.
They
It's
do-
hilarious.
They are an ethical
yeah.
company.
Fuck.
Which is the strangest thing to hear.
It's one of those headlines where it's like, Pornhub does charity work, and then some charity like charge for fraud or something. And you're like, this is a headline from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? But yes, I would get the Pornhub logo everywhere,
Okay.
all over. For free.
Monster logo.
Oh yeah, hell yes.
Ray's a Monster fanboy though.
Yeah. Monster, Red Bull, maybe even Amp.
The fact that your blood isn't fruit punch right now is really surprising.
Yeah, it should be gelatin. At some point, I need to go to a doctor and see how dying I am.
Yeah, your blood pressure should not be in the 4 digits. So
Actually, or no, what's the like 120/80? That's your
blood pressure.
that is your blood pressure. Honestly, it's funny how we have one at home that we check with, and mine is surprisingly decent most of the time.
Nice.
It astounds me. So maybe I'm not. I think it's gotten used to it. It's running on caffeine, taurine, and Eugene. But
Like Eugene Levy,
Funny man.
Who's that?
he's a comedian.
Canadian comedian.
Well, he must suck because I've never heard of him.
You ever watch American Pie?
No. Did he
You've
fuck
never watched-
the pie?
No, he was the dad.
Did someone fuck the pie?
Yes.
Yeah.
He fucked the pie.
That's why it's called American Pie.
Ray's quoting Colin High.
Yeah. But no, I never did see the movie. I haven't seen a lot of relevant movies.
That was from like 1995.
All right, I meant historically significant movies. And you know that that's historically significant.
You know, historically significant cinema. You've got like the Titanic, Cleopatra,
The
an
Godfather.
American Pie, and The Godfather.
And Nicolas Cage.
Wasn't it the
Every Nicolas Cage.
every Nicolas Cage?
Sorry.
Wasn't American Pie the reason for like the unrated shit?
Yeah, like that. Like they made a new rating because that movie was so raunchy for the time.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Because like they would release it the theatrical one, and the theatrical one I think would be like PG-13 or something like that. And then when it came out on DVD, there was just the
There's
unrated
a whole
version.
lot more titties in that movie than I remember.
Yeah? Okay, so they went ham on it?
Yeah.
And like boning?
It's not a porn.
No, but I mean, whatchamacallit? Game of Thrones had boning.
Yeah,
so.
but Game of Thrones is special.
True Blood had a lot of boning.
True Blood is also special.
HBO has a lot of boning.
HBO is very special.
Wolf on Wall Street, boning.
That's a movie.
Don't watch that one with your parents. So awkward. What else had boning?
A lot of movies have like
Batman?
implied boning.
Implode.
God damn it, Rhea. This is why we can't have nice things.
That's kind of why we can't have nice conversations.
Didn't Batman have boning? Or again, implied boning?
A lot of movies have that.
Yeah.
Top Gun had it. It was all in silhouette.
Lion King had it.
Yeah, no, it did.
It did.
They were rolling around in the grass in the middle of the night.
It shows up the next day just happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just like pans out to the sky. And what was the thing that they people thought it spelled the word sex
Yeah.
in the clouds?
Was that or
No, it was in
Aladdin?
like when he like falls over to go to sleep. It's like in the dust and like leaves and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And then Aladdin had...
Take off your clothes.
Yeah,
And
in the song,
then-
apparently.
Little Mermaid, the priest had a boner.
What?
Yeah, no, that one was true.
That one
Priest
was
had a boner, and I think the
He was
castle,
fully torqued.
the castles, like the sea castle, like at the very beginning, there's just penises everywhere, like fully torqued penises as towers and stuff like that.
Is that one of those just the art guy was...
He was just bored.
Yeah.
Having a
What is
good
it?
time.
There's a single frame in The Rescuers where, like, in the window, there's just a naked lady being railed.
What?
Yeah.
In what? The Rescuers?
The Rescuers?
Yeah,
You
it's
don't remember
like
that?
two cartoon mouses are trying to help this like orphan girl or something like that, and like they're
was-
flying on a seagull.
It was like from
It
the
was
80s.
historically significant.
No, that one was like from the 80s.
And then what is it? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but that had Jessica Rabbit in it, so it was already
Okay,
very sexually.
But what did that one have?
Like Who
had
Framed
Jessica
Roger
Rabbit?
Rabbit?
Yeah. Just the
Jessica
fact of
Rabbit.
her?
Jessica Rabbit flashed her cooter.
What? In the movie?
Yeah,
Really?
for a single frame.
Oh, jeez, a single frame, yeah. Yeah, but
well, yeah, you can't do it for more than one frame, or else people are gonna know it.
You're gonna lose that PG rating.
Hey, wait a minute.
take it or leave it. It's a good thing the eyes can see. I can't remember the joke. But yeah, that show was a lot of implied sexuality. I mean, that movie.
Yes.
I apologize.
But yeah, back to the original topic.
Which one?
The fucked up names.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
okay.
How
Sorry,
does
go ahead.
No.
how does your sister feel about her name when people try to pronounce it?
I don't think I know how to spell your sister's name.
Anik.
Okay. The way it sounds.
The way it sounds, but like when she says it, people just think her name's Nick, because like they just mishear the
so
A.
it's like a kind of like
Yeah.
like
Oh, my name's Nick.
Yeah, but like her middle name is, if you're not French, it's much harder because it's Ghislaine.
Ooh.
So like,
Ooh.
yeah, it's like much more French. So like she has never, I don't think she's ever introduced herself by her full name ever.
Does it start with a G?
It's Ghislain, I think, something like that.
That's awesome.
No, E at the end. Aine.
That's a sick name. I like that. Ghislaine. That sounds like badass.
Mm.
Maybe that's just me. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I would think like a Nick being French, I would think QUE.
Yeah, but like,
Some silent J's in there.
what's with you and Silent J's? Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay, I was thinking back to the Khaleesi thing. Do you think it would be stupid to bring back answer my own question?
I love that.
Bring back like for Stefan, bring back some old Greek names, some bitchin' old.
I mean,
Roman
if he wants to do it, then that's.
Well, I mean, it would probably be far more popular in Greece,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
like in
Troy.
What?
Just name Troy.
Troy's a very common name. Troy Baker.
Fuck. I'm bad at this.
But
Anyways, you're saying.
like in Americanized countries, it would probably just be a middle name.
Okay, yeah.
Like Stefan. Like Stefan has a very Greek middle name.
Yeah.
Let's rack our non-existent brains. What's happened recently that we could talk about?
I mean, I don't want to do COVID or politics.
No.
There's a lot of people are remaking a lot of old games. I'm wondering if it's just entirely built on we need to cash in on something right now, and it's just nostalgia.
Well, like I know Blizzard is doing it because with how Warcraft Classic or WoW Classic came out, and it was like a huge like money grab for them. They realized, oh, maybe this isn't such a bad idea, so they made Warcraft 3 Reforged, and that was terrible. But from what I hear, they're remaking Diablo 2, which is one of their better games.
What?
So I'm
Because
cautiously
what was
optimistic.
it? They re-released SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom,
Why?
Destroy All Humans 2, or no, Destroy All Humans 1. Sorry, and it just seems like people are just remaking a bunch of
Well,
old games on the
Actually,
newer generations.
Activision was doing that too with the Crash Bandicoot and CTR and Spyro the Dragon. Like those are like some of like the games that kind of made them as a brand, and they remade them last year, maybe the year before.
Now, was this a full remake or
Full
just
updated, like exact same level, just a
Story.
complete
redesign?
redesign.
It's not just like a hot up-resed. It's like like those Final Fantasy games, like all the remakes that they made there.
Yeah, that's another one. Final Fantasy VII, they remade it.
And then Resident Evils they've been doing.
Yeah, and I was just wondering, like it
I think because they're out of new ideas, and it worked in the past, so why wouldn't it work now?
Yeah.
Well, is it also the fact that maybe we're getting closer to the end of the life cycle of the console?
I wouldn't say that, because there's been some
Maybe-
amazing bangers that came at
Yeah,
the end of a console.
But I'm thinking they could be putting effort into it, but they realize that a new console's coming out fairly soon or something like that. It's like, okay, well let's just break up the team a little bit, still have them focused on making a really really good brand new AAA title or something like that. But we're gonna release these smaller games and then wait out the new console maybe.
Personally, I don't think. I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
idea. But personally, I don't feel like that would be the reasoning for why they do that. Just because, like, especially even doing the remake, it still takes a fairly sized team if they're doing a full from the bottom remake. Like, you're doing full game engine, new assets, complete redesign. So it still takes quite a bit to develop, I would assume.
And then you have someone like Nintendo who just re-releases old games on new consoles, but still have the old game graphics and everything like that. And I've bought fucking Legend of Zelda like 3 times.
I had bought an HD version on a handheld. I think it looked better.
Is there any games that you'd want to see sort of be remade?
Final Fantasy VII was a big one.
Yeah, that was my big one.
That was top tier. I'm trying to think of what would they do to Diablo 2 to even make it like more.
I don't want them to
I don't
touch
know.
any of the gameplay mechanics. I don't want them to touch any of the skill mechanics. I want them to just visually update it.
Yeah, so that's the thing is you're making the exact same game and visually updated, but even to me, Diablo 2 wasn't that bad looking of a game. Like if you booted it up now,
It's
dated, but you can still see what stuff is.
well, it's the same thing with like Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Like you could like it was dated, but it definitely needed a visual upgrade.
True. I haven't played the new one, so I don't know how much better it looks.
It looks better, but it's just they added a whole bunch of extra shit, like because I think they were still bitter about Dota, because that was made originally on the Warcraft engine.
Right.
And so they implemented anything that is made with this Warcraft engine is the intellectual property of Blizzard Entertainment. It's in the terms and conditions. And then there was a bunch of other things that people just didn't like. And then what they promised at, like, when they released it, because when they released it, it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's not what people got.
Oh.
And so people were upset with that. It just crashed and burned.
It's almost one of those we showed the rendered video instead of actual gameplay type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say if it was all like extra stuff people are mad at, like the terms and services and maybe like stuff on the company side, not the actual game, I'd be like, all right, fuck off, you guys. I'm gonna judge it by the game itself.
Yeah.
alone.
And you couldn't revert back to anything once you had installed it. You couldn't, like, there was a bunch of other little things like that.
Okay, so just stupid little whatevers.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm just thinking, like, if I played the game itself and just all I want to do is play Warcraft 3 again, I'm not building maps, I'm not doing extra stuff, blah, 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 I'm just playing the game. I wonder if it'd still be an enjoyable, like, just
Probably.
playing
Probably,
it.
yeah.
Fair.
But the whole draw of Warcraft was the custom games online.
That was
There
a big
was
part.
there was a huge number of insanely popular games.
True.
Like, actually, I think when Frozen Throne came out, that is all I played was the the custom games.
You play the campaign once, and it takes, like, fucking
Yeah.
10 hours maybe.
I mean, you play a couple of, like, the actual, like, RTS matches, like, where you just play, you know, the orc and you kill the opponent, but, like,
Right.
no, like, there's, like, hours and hours and hours and hours of just custom games that you can't do anymore, because if you make anything new, it's not yours.
Yeah, right. So everyone's like, why would I put time into this?
And then they can't even go back to the old one to continue playing that because they've installed
Oh.
the new one. And it's like, well, now I'm fucked.
That sucks. So you'd have to fucking grab a new computer.
Yeah.
That's okay. I get that. I was just thinking, StarCraft, and I guess StarCraft Brood War was probably like peak fucking winning because campaign was cool. The multiplayer, just playing the actual game versus other people, was obviously huge, and they had a shit ton of cool custom games. Like they had it all.
Even just StarCraft, like the original StarCraft, had a whole bunch of custom games.
Mm-hmm. I played so much Lurker Defense.
I played.
Dear God.
It was like Mass Attacks. I loved the Mass Attack games.
Which is a huge wave.
Yeah, like you just And then what else kind of came out
for remix?
Yeah.
Well, then they announced Pokemon Snap.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Actually, I'm really hyped for that. I went and played the Pokemon Snap, the first one, when they announced it. It's fun. It looks terrible.
Yeah, I burnt out on like all Pokemon games.
Which is fair. I still haven't finished Sword and Shield.
I didn't even finish Y.
Why?
Yeah, Pokemon X, Pokemon Y.
I don't think I played those.
No, you must have because we were all playing it on the
In New
trip in New Zealand.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't like it was. Even that one was too handholdy for me. Just like
yeah, and they just get worse from there.
exactly. So
Yeah, I want to see fucking one of the series that I spent a lot of time on as a kid was the Sly Cooper.
yeah, those actually didn't they? No, they came out with a new one. They didn't remake anything.
I would love.
Well,
to,
they came out with a newer.
Yeah,
one.
I would love to go back and play those games.
Yeah,
And
it's just Devious Raccoonus.
Yeah, and it's just because it was Sly Cooper, like Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter.
Yeah,
Like those were sort of the heyday for PlayStation.
and Jack and Daxter, like from the first one to the second one, took a really dark turn.
Did it?
Yeah, it was like the first one was super light and colorful, and then the next one is like dystopian, fucking like cities are like crumbled and shit.
Did you guys ever play what was it? Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Yep.
Nope.
That was the first like rated R game or something like that.
Oh, it was like M18 or something like that.
I wasn't. I think my brother ended up buying it, and my parents were like, "Well, no, you're not playing this, and you're not watching it." But obviously, you sneak down and watch anyways.
Yeah, it was just a lot of sexual innuendo and
I think they had curse words in there. Dun, dun,
yeah, for an
dun.
N64 game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess fair.
I'm surprised that they were able to release it on the N64.
I think that one was like a special exemption. Nintendo went, all right, we'll allow one, and it was kind of cartoony anyway, so yes, there's a lot of adult stuff, but you can kind of skate by because it's cartoony.
It got lost in translation with the execs at Nintendo.
Oh man, would that be hilarious? Don't show any
Then
of the
they
bad
They
stuff.
see that and they're just like, what the fuck?
You showed us cute squirrels.
Now
And
there's
happy-go-lucky.
there's a bee trying to fuck a flower.
That just makes sense. Shoot, I was just thinking of something along those lines.
Oh man, you guys ever play those Leisure Shoot Larry games?
I don't even know what that is.
No, I've heard of them, but I don't
Okay,
think I've ever played one.
they're like point and click adventure games. Where basically, you play as a very strongly libidoed man trying to get laid constantly, and you have to do like the old school like point and click adventures to try and solve problems and stuff like that. All in the attempts of him trying to get laid, and usually never works out.
Were those on PC?
Yeah, those are all on PC there.
Oh.
Yeah, we should play those. Those ones are fun.
I've never really been a fan of point and click adventure.
I feel like there's one good one, but I don't exactly know. I had downloaded one recently. It's called The Room, and it was this puzzle game, and it was kind of point and click. It was interesting. Super hard. I suck ass at puzzles. Shit's hard.
Yeah, it is. All right, we're
Yes.
gonna call there because conversation has severely died down.
I was trying to think of old games to remake, and it's just like Ocarina of Time, but
They kind of remade that
They
for the
did
handheld.
yeah, they have an HD version or whatever. Or yeah, like you had said, the Zeldas. And
Well-
then I was thinking Super Mario 64, but honestly, that game's perfect as is.
Super Mario
Yeah.
64. I would say Super Mario Galaxy would be sort of the updated one.
And it's like, even with better graphics, I don't think it'd make it much better.
Mario Sunshine.
That one was weird.
I liked
if
it.
if you fixed the controls, because like the controls were really
Well, I mean, yeah,
hard.
that and
Right.
the GameCube controllers just suck ass.
Yeah, if
Okay.
they updated that, it would have been a phenomenal game.
Yeah? Because that's one with the water.
Yeah,
pack?
with the water jet.
Okay, I just watch people playing it, not myself. So it's the gameplay. It's an interesting concept. But I'd have
Yeah.
to actually play it myself and see how I feel about it, because it's definitely different.
But that's the thing, like with Nintendo, like why would they remake Ocarina of Time when they can just make games like Breath of the Wild?
Oh yeah,
They'll release Breath of the Wild 2, but then they'll also re-release Ocarina of Time in its current state, and people are still going to buy it.
yeah, for the next Switch.
Yeah, just what is it? I had it. I had Majora's Mask for the N64. I have Majora's Mask for the GameCube. I have Majora's Mask for the Wii. And if they release it again on the Switch, I'll probably get it on the Switch again. And then you realize that I've bought that game, 4 times already.
It's like Skyrim.
Yeah, playing it on a fridge or some shit. I don't know how many times I've played Pokemon Red on various different things.
Thank God for
you should,
emulators.
yeah, you should try. There's what is it? There's Pokemon Red 71 or whatever, where it includes the first or all 7 generations of Pokemon in the original game
In the original map?
engine. No, well, I think the Pokédex, because of the way it's designed, caps out at 250, so you'll get a random collection of 250 Pokemon of the possible 700.
Oh,
And those ones will get randomized in the area.
so all 250 Pokemon, half are Rock type and half are Ice type. I would like a fire, please. That's interesting. So you'd play Pokemon Red with just a random set. Of
Yeah. So
Pokemon.
like what will happen is because I remember watching one guy play through it, and like Diglett Cave, all the Diglets got swapped out with Snorlaxes. So he was just constantly running through Diglett Cave, and anytime a Diglett popped up, it would be a Snorlax.
that sounds
Oh,
difficult.
that sounds terrible.
Would
And then all the Doug trios, I think, were like a Zapdos or something like that.
Oh God, getting legendaries in there too.
Yeah.
Fuck. Would the trainers and gym leaders, would they be set like they're normal, or would they?
No,
just
it'd be all randomized.
Even gym leaders.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You're like, I should be walking into the water gym, but I could be doing a fire
think,
grass.
yeah.
I'm walking into the water gym. I've got all my electric type. It's gonna be good. Groudon. Fuck.
No. Actually, that'd make the game so interesting, because then your starter becomes so important.
Your starter, I think, is also randomized.
Well, sorry, I meant starter's
Well, like,
important,
the
but like
first
the first
three
word.
are random, but you get to choose between those 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So like choosing which one, like that becomes very
So
important.
it's
Well, no, actually, I was
it's a
talking
Kakuna, Metapod.
and
a
Kakuna
and a
again.
Magikarp. I choose magic card. You literally can't win the game.
You can't play anything. Well, I mean, you lose your battle to Gary or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
Oh yeah,
You have
just
to
all
run.
all
Oh,
three
yeah, no.
Pidgey.
all three Pokemon. Yeah, because like all Kakuna would know is Harden, all Metapod would know is Harden, and then you'd have Splash.
Yeah.
And Splash.
But you just like you'd lose your first battle, and then you would go catch whatever your first Pokemon is.
Zapdos, Articuno, and the dog legendary.
I mean, you couldn't even weaken it either because all
You
you, do
just
is
have to
Splash. You just
throw-
have to chuck Pokeballs.
You
until
don't have the money to buy enough Pokeballs. But I mean, like, if you get lucky and it's like, if it is like a Pidgey or like a Zigzagoon,
That'd be the funniest intro ever.
Pidgeys are now
Oh my
fucking
God.
Mew.
But actually, no. When I said starter, I actually meant the first Pokemon you throw out because you're walking into
Oh,
every
yeah.
gym going, I don't know what they're gonna be. So that first Pokemon is a random. So you just want a neutral tank.
Neutral with or
That
something with lots of life.
that fucking I had a sheep Pokemon in the newest one, and it was such a tank.
No, I have no idea.
Anytime
It was a
anybody says
beast.
tank Pokemon, I always have nightmares of that fucking
Miltank?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
with
cow.
rollout.
God
yeah.
damn the Miltank.
He wrecked you in the wild.
Yeah. All right, we're actually gonna end there.
Okay.
Yeah, we have stuff to actually end on, and this is gonna be interesting to edit. Yeah.
Oh, good luck
Good luck, Jason.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this time around, guys, and hopefully we have something better next
It's
week.
probably like 21 minutes. That's all it is. Gets
Yeah,
posted. It's like I had to edit out like an hour worth of content.
We cut it down to a highlights video.
It's just us making fun of each other.
It's just me having a a conversation with the camera by myself. to
It's
fill in the
Jason
time.
and then responding to Jason. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.